this time, I forgot this dude's, well, we don't know his name yet. We don't know his name yet. This is our third guy. I think this is the last guy. I also just want to say, last stream when we met David, he was already like first 10 minutes much better than Darren, right? This dude popped up on screen afterwards when I was continuing the game, and just like based off looks, whoa, we have a looker. There are many things about this guy. He's got pointed ears. I love the pointed ears. The horns, I could give or take, but his eyes, his hair, his chest is out, and he has a nice chest. And like his jacket, whatever that is. And he's leaning on the counter, like so chill and casual. And the tail, I'm not even actually usually into tails, but for some reason, it's doing something. I did hear hooves. Walking up. Not a fan, but I might have to just pretend that I didn't hear hooves. All right. Hi. Hello, babe. Oh, we got his name real quick. Victor. He looks like a Victor too. That's a nice name. And I forgot before this, the what you guys did not see off camera, the first thing said that he was nervous. So that's where this stuttering is coming in. No need to be nervous. I'm the one who's nervous. Hello, babe. My name is Victor. Aren't your parents pirates by any chance? What? Frown at him, waiting for him to finally say that what he's going to buy. No, sir, my parents are not pirates. Aren't your parents farmers by any chance? You mean, are they rich pirates who could pay a ransom for me if you kidnap me? Please, sir, don't. Okay, you know how I am. I do not like the cheesy lines. Also, Kara/Neural, this is her third date. So she can start saying some flirty stuff because she's used to it now. So we're not gonna frown at him and wait. I feel like we can give a "aren't your parents farmers by any chance" response. It sounds like a good mix. Aren't your parents farmers by any chance? Also aren't? Isn't it supposed to be are? Oh, we're going with this. Ooh. He's blushing. He's blushing. For me? For moi? Okay. I took his awkward attempt at flirting and made it my own. Now, I'm the captain of this ship. Oh my gosh. Girl, get over yourself. Since I am a true descendant of pirates. I am? I'm actually a descendant of pirates? That's pretty cool. No need to be shy. Victor nervously taps his hooves on the floor. Oh, not the hoof. Not the hoof. We're gonna pretend that it says he nervously tapped his feet on the floor. No? Here are my not pirates. Then where did they get such a sweet peach? Here are my not pirates. What? Okay, this one's too cringe. We're not saying that. I don't know. I'm confused with the context, but we're gonna click this one. Oh, he's got the awkward half smile. He looks at his feet, then at the floor, back at his feet, and on his face is an expression of deep, soul-crushing defeat. But why? I'm not much to look at. His carefully rehearsed, definitely not stolen from a 2010 forum pickup line, was turned against him. 2010 forum pickup line? I'm being a little too, I'm a bit over myself right now. He probably thinks this is how he dies, defeated by a gas station employee. This is the least I've liked her in all 3 interactions. Well, strange, since you are a gem. Well, I am. So I'm flattered already. His nervousness is kind of endearing. The thing is that I'm nervous. I'm the anxious one. And so it's hard to have an anxious person instead of somebody like David or Darren, who's like straight to the point. But we'll work with this. Thank you for saying I'm such a gem. You are too. You're like a diamond. The energy of despair radiating from him is so powerful that it could be bottled and sold here as a depressant drink. She is roasting this dude. I keep looking over at my second camera and I really shouldn't. I need to be looking at my iPad. His face is burning. Victor takes another deep, frantic breath. His stomach is growling horribly. I hope the guy is okay. Oh, does he have nervous tummy? Oh. Is it really that bad? I mean, is my flirting technique really that terrible? Kind of, but mine would be too. This was the worst day of my life to have ears. That's just mean. That doesn't even sound like a joke. Well, it could have been better. Awkwardness is a great style. I like it. Alright. The truth is, well, it could have been better. This is just mean. I mean, she probably said it like, this was the worst day of my life to have ears. But even then, I still don't like it. Awkwardness is not a great style. And I say that as somebody who's really awkward. If I am with somebody else who's awkward, I don't know what to do. I need to know what to do. I'll go, well, it could have been better. That seems like a nice in-between. Not like mean, but also, I still like talking to you. We got a smile. Right choice. We got a smile. And the heart. So you're saying there's a chance. Thank you. I'm still learning. He is so cute. You know what? This is actually very bold of him because I'm awkward and I would never actually say these things out loud. I'd think them, but I'd never say it. So I like that he's like, maybe bold isn't the word, but like he's confident enough to try. And not a lot of people are like that, including myself. My like meter is going up high a little bit. So I'm not that bad. It wasn't completely disgusting. His feet tap a rhythm on the floor. All right. It could have been better. I can deal with that. This is constructive criticism. It is, bud. Maybe the problem was the presentation or the pirates. Pirates are cool, right? Everybody loves pirates. Oh, he's got that face on again. He's talking too much. I mean, I don't mind. It's a nice view for me. He's got a nice voice, most likely. So I'm good. But his awkwardness is, it's very apparent. Wait, no, don't answer. I'm talking too much again. Hey, that's what I just said. He coughs shyly and mumbles something to himself. Oh, I have to do better next time, though. Stop. Victor, stop. Then he shifts his gaze back to me. Why, hello. What a nice smile. What do you have to be nervous about? 5 million girls would want this. Actually, miss, I'm here to acquire... Oh, he called me miss. That makes me feel old. That makes me feel old. He doesn't get to finish. We have a visitor. Who's getting in my way? Whoa. She stands next to the counter, clicking her mandibles impatiently. You better wait. He was here first. Like, what do you have to be impatient about? Get in line. Stay in line, however long it takes for me to have this interaction. 2 packs of Brapsy, a pack of screaming cheese, and a bag of fairy fingers, darling. The audacity to skip the line when I'm talking to somebody and literally tell me what to get? You're not even gonna ask? That's absolutely rude. Can I ignore her? I really want to ignore her. Also, what the heck are fairy fingers? Screaming cheese? By the way, your gas attendant is a real sweetheart. Oh, who's that? It's frightening to imagine what my invisible colleague looks like. He hasn't even bothered to say hello. Wow, he is like nervous, which makes sense because this is a huge, like, what is this, a cricket? Like a huge cricket lady whose mouth looks like a transformer or like a car or something. And hurry up, I need to rush. I have a lot of work awaiting for me today. I really hope I have like a mean response for this lady because I do not like to be rushed. Especially when you are skipping the line, extremely disrespectful. And people act like this in real life. I hate it. Now I have to deal with it in-game. I'm starting to pack the order. Gosh darn it. At the same time, this incubus awkwardly tries to hit on the lady. And I thought we had something special. What? Is he just practicing or is he going around flirting to anybody? Wait a second. Apparently, the failed Casanova decided to try his luck on a new victim. Wow, you seem, so busy and cool, ma'am. Oh, he called her ma'am instead of miss. What does that mean? And you must have a very wonderful job. She starts clicking her mandibles energetically, producing a buzzing sound that vaguely resembles laughter. Gross. Can you go? Wonderful? Oh yes, wonderful. Wonderful for those who don't like to eat, sleep, or see their children grow. Really? The best job in all 9 worlds? Speaking of children, Victor barely recovers from her sarcasm when the lady immediately pulls a wallet out of her bag and unfolds it. He still looks like so uncomfortable. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, wow, she really pulled out. That's cute. It is cute when people pull out pictures of their kids. Over and over again. Oh, not when they do it too much. It seems endless. This is Gugu. He has his father's mandibles. Victor gazes into the abyss, and the abyss gazes back, revealing baby pictures. The seduction attempt has failed. Again. These cracks, I mean, just, ugh. Like any mother, Lady Mantis loved her children and considered it her sacred duty to tell every passing incubus about it. This is Jugo. He's in his rebel phase right now. He pierced his mandibles. Can you imagine? He makes such a racket when he eats. Close your mouth. Close your mouth, Gujo. The image of a larva in a biker jacket makes me snort and reminds me of David. Don't compare this dude to David. Oh, wow, he literally put his hand to his nails. I like the sharpness. Okay. And this is Gigi and Gaga. They're still larvae, but already so talented. What talents can a larvae have? They just lie there and eat. I do too, though. Wait, don't think about that. You have very beautiful children, ma'am. All 20 of them, incredibly cute. That's just the first wallet. Help him. Hand the lady her order. Don't interfere. I'm helping him. She needs to get out. Oh, I got a bit carried away. I really am in a hurry. Doesn't seem like it. Here, your money, darling. Nice. Victor watches her disappear into the night, then turns to me with a grateful look. You have some explaining to do, Victor. Heart. Thank you, miss. I couldn't handle 20 more kids. To be honest, I already broke down at the 8th, and I thought looking after a cat was hard. Oh, Victor. The lady left very little in tips. Probably all her money went to her children, and that's fine. Victor suddenly remembers he came here to buy something. However, my visitors rarely recall that. I need a book. Victor scans my sneaking supernatural realm of discount rotten chocolate bars. Discount rotten chocolate bars being in the same place is just a no-go. If I saw that on the shelf, I'm leaving the store. I don't even care if this is a fantasy world, I'm leaving the store. If it were vampire blood, that's fine. If it's like some kind of sludge or like organs, I'll take organs. But rot? No. It's a guide for, well, you know, succubi and incubi. I can't remember what it's called, but I've definitely heard something about it. Could you take a look? I don't want to walk away from such a beautiful man. It's definitely not for me. It's for my less experienced friend, because I'm, you know, employee of the month in my lair. He didn't specify whether he was the worst or the best employee of the month. Well, you know, life force harvesting for dummies or something like that. I hear him mumbling quietly to himself. Such a shame. I should have just stayed home and rewatched Evangelion for the 10th time. Oh, we get like the person's thought. That's interesting. I'm headed to the storage room. Just a few hours before I was rushing around here looking for blood for a very hungry monster. Now all these vials, eyes, and tentacles seem less ominous. A gigantic dead moth lies on top of one of the boxes. Or perhaps it's just very tired. I'm rummaging through the book section, deep in between baboon metaphysics and limits of patience of your dead servants. I find the desired volume. Oh my gosh. My mouth literally cannot. I come back from the storage room, holding this forbidden, mind-bending treatise titled Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Demons and Everything You Didn't Want to Know About Them. Interesting. Wow, this is definitely better than those PDF guides from various sites for, never mind who. Clearly not the whole family. Let's study it? Yes, it would be very unusual if you just paid me, tipped me, and moved along. I expected too much from this life. It would actually be very usual. It would be very normal. But I'll make up this fantasy because I want to see him more and I want him to come out of his shell. But in fact, this will be an entertaining educational lesson. It certainly won't be unnecessary. And the guy looks like those pictures are enough to make him faint. The sooner this is over, the sooner I can send him on his way. We got jump scared by an up-close picture of the most attractive of the three. And he has no clue. And honestly, I think that's cute. We are close up, you guys. This is the best view we've had of any of them, of all three. We find a cozy spot next to the counter. I pull the grimoire closer. I bet he smells good. I open the book, and the pages, yellowed and brittle with age, release a cloud of dust and indecent, horrifying desires. Incubi, the nature of the tempting rogue, hooves of desire. Tempting rogues. Oh, that's me. That's definitely me. Feet are just like mine. You have no idea how awful they tread, especially on tiles. I got scared again, but like the good scared. Oh, and I get to see him blush up close. He has really nice eyelashes. I love his hair going down in the center, the like mini bang. Oh my gosh, the tail doesn't look so bad from this point of view. When you sneak to the fridge at night, the whole house wakes up with you. Everyone thinks there's a big, clumsy cow living in your apartment. Yeah, I think you really are an incubus. They're all purple. You know, Victor, you look more like a sleep paralysis demon. No, we're going with the first one. When he looked into my eyes just now. I felt my heart skip a beat. Oh, you're right. All incubi really are purple. I thought my skin color was just some kind of coincidence. Don't look away. You know, like when you create a character in a video game and just spin the color wheel until you stumble upon something weird. He gives me a cautious look, as if not entirely sure about the coolness of his purple hue. Oh, it is nice. It is not cool, it is sexy. It is attractive. It's like you're glowing too, but it also has like a mysterious dark hue to it. This purple is good. Purple is a lame color. I hate eggplants. Absolutely not. I love the color purple. Too bad I'm not purple. Shakes head sadly. Shrug. Y'all can't see me shrug, but I shrugged. I know what you mean. When I was created, someone also spun the color wheel. By the way, I was created in Spore. Huh? I know what you mean. When I was created, someone also spun the wheel. That seems kind of stupid. I'm gonna do this one. I got a smile and a blush and a heart. It feels good when I'm making the right choices. His face immediately brightens with a smile. Mine too, Victor. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty cool too. It's okay to gloat. It's nice to know you like my, what's it called? Demonic phenotype? Uh-huh. Is this our future? I already forgot what he's called, succubus or whatever, is hugging a human. And is that an energy bar going up? And a check mark? Is this a prediction of like a few minutes from now? Victor turns his attention back to the book and runs his clawed fingers down the lines. I can just imagine. Incubi. Appreciators of the vibrant hues of the soul. They draw power not from blood or life force, but from the pure, potent energy of mortal emotions. Now, is that good or bad? That's supposed to be bad, right? And although a refined bouquet of positive emotions is the preferred ambrosia, ambrosia, what a fancy word. A practitioner can also sustain themselves with more coarse, fickle energies of negativity. That's me. I'm cynical to a T. I complain about my life all the time. I complain about my job. If that's what you're looking for, Victor, you are in the right place. Despair, horror, and humiliation provide a quick, albeit unpleasant, rush of power. Oh, I don't want to have him an unpleasant rush. It's no wonder that now, after an argument with someone in the comments, I feel like I've eaten a few raisins. That's cute. Judging by the expression on his face, he clearly isn't cut out for horrors and humiliations. His limit is probably arguing on 4chan. They did not have to go there. Victor, don't tell me you're on 4chan. I'd rather you be a degenerate on Reddit like I am. Also, a kind of source of horrors and humiliation. But still, it's a bit different. That's true. I have actually never been to the 4chan website. I've only heard the horrors that come from it. An incubus can, albeit less effectively, form a symbiotic connection by feeding off a single, consenting mortal vessel. I am here. The mortal vessel, in turn, can absorb some of the power from the incubus. Among other things, their mortality. Here's the thing, I actually don't want to live forever. I'm already kind of falling in love with you, and I'm sure if I absorbed like your smartness and everything, I'd have a better career and a better job. That being said, I don't want to live forever. Can I opt out of that? Because after I'm gone, you can find somebody. You could definitely find somebody. Wow, sounds like a decent deal. I certainly always have plenty of emotions, mostly hatred for the fact that earning money, you have to work. Preach. I just sent a meme today about that to my friends and family. A whole mountain of raisins for Victor, or whatever he called it. Every time his face shows up on the screen, it's like my head just fills up with air because I don't know what to say, but it's like good air. It's like pink air. Like my heart stutters. What a relief. Just one person. The thought of having to chase after a whole bunch of strangers makes me feel sick. Dude, the thought of me having to be around strangers, except for you, makes me feel sick. Strangers are the scariest thing right after rent. 100%. But I love communicating. Well, sometimes. Or stay silent. Nope, we're not staying silent. We've done enough of that with Darren and David. This is a lie. Well, I do like communicating with my friends. But they are also the scariest thing after rent. Oh, the smile. And I think I've gotten the most hearts from Victor. Yeah, I totally understand you. It's probably even harder to deal with clients like me. Oh, no, buddy, it's good to deal with clients like you. This is my best experience so far. You haven't even threatened me, I don't think. Communication is already a horror show in itself. And then you add literal horror with vampires and ghosts. Just a nightmare. He really looks at me with sympathy. He feels sorry for me. I don't even know how to react to that. We're supposed to be feeling sorry for you, Victor, not me. Trying to understand what people want from you is quite the challenge. It's like trying to play a game with its rules changing every 5 seconds. And sometimes, someone has turned off your screen. Then you're paralyzed. Basically, yeah, I completely get you. Victor flips through the grimoire, reading the chapter titles. Techniques of Horror Rogue Seduction. Where did I get horror from? Techniques of Rogue Seduction. Juicy Emotional Juices. Interesting titles. Using lascivious energies for thaumaturgical purposes. I've never heard that word in my entire life. I don't even want to know. I do. I just want to not starve without energy. And maybe pay rent. No, I definitely want to pay rent, Victor. You should too. I don't need to be the lusty cousin of Doctor Strange. His fingers finally jab at a random chapter title somewhere in the middle. Love letters. Okay, where are we going? Let's read this chapter thoroughly. It seems completely and irrevocably outdated, especially that part about carrier pigeon colors. I'd love to receive something from a carrier pigeon. That's so cool. Like, they're supposed to be kind of doing that with Amazon deliveries, except the carrier pigeon is like a what do you call it? Not a drone. So we're supposed to be having carrier pigeons, technically. Love letters? Who writes love letters anymore? You could, and I could write them back. This should apply to text messages now, right? Yeah, it could. But this is a good start. Let's work on this before moving on to more complex seduction methods. Wait, so when you say we, or when you say let's, is that like you when you go home with a book, or is that you and me? Because like we can totally work this out, and I'm off in like 5 hours. My wake cycle ends in like 5 hours. It could be 4 or 3, or now. He pulls out a pen from somewhere, a cheap ballpoint with a little anime cat charm on the end. Okay, you don't have to talk about the cheapness. It is cute. I hand him a grease-stained napkin, like everything else in this rotten place. The book says to convey aching adoration and a hint of forbidden desire. Victor starts scribbling something on the napkin. Oh my gosh. Maybe something like this? No. This is the opposite. This conveys aching adoration perfectly. No, Victor, try again. Yes. Yeah, I guess this really isn't the most aching thing in the world. Yeah, do better. He takes a less greasy napkin from me and starts drawing again. And maybe it was bad because you gave him a freaking greasy napkin. I know there were better ones around. What about this? Wait a second. You guys. He went from me holding a heart to will you marry me? That's jumping a lot of steps, and I may or may not want to jump those steps. Not the cat crying. Will you marry me? And a funny kitten. Wonderful. That lonely, pain-filled tear is like a cherry on top. That's true. Check the yes box. Yes, that's definitely better. No, Victor, try again. Here's the thing, jumping to marry is kind of like he needs to try again, because that's a little too quick. So, although part of my heart says yes, says like the first two, we need to be logical here and have him slow down, whether it's for me or somebody else. No, Victor, try again. I don't mean to be discouraging, but let's step back from marriage. Exactly. Wrong again. This still lacks that forbidden desire, I suppose. No worries, we can work with this. I'll try to follow the instructions more closely this time. I wonder if it's going to be the same options. I read the new note and feel a wave of heat wash over me. Oh my gosh. What is about to happen? My heart is beating. I don't know what muse visited this guy, but it seems his inner incubus has finally broken free. You can't see me put my hand in front of my mouth, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The note is short, but it feels like it was written by my most passionate secret admirer. I even feel a little embarrassed. Blushes. Looking at me, Victor lets out a quiet chuckle. When he looks at me with the blush, and his expression right now is like he's unsure, but also he feels like a little confident. I like it. I feel like this one definitely hits the mark. I literally feel it. Like an incubus, I guess you would. Not for nothing did I read all that hint. Never mind. No. Victor continues to flip through the book, recognizing the desires of the vessel. He scans the first few lines of text. It's all about observing subtle hints, interpreting body language, and engaging in candid conversations to uncover the special nature of mortal carnal desires. He glances at me. What does Vessel Kara want? Well, if you really want to know, Kara kind of wants Victor, but I'll slow down. I kind of want to see what you smell like. Could you come a little closer? No, that's too much. That's too much. I want you to have feet instead of hooves. The vessel wants money. Oh, that's so true. The vessel wants stable mental health. Oh my gosh, that's true too. The vessel wants fame, love, and adoration. The vessel wants to become the new Sandra Botticelli. I don't know if that's an actual person, but that's a no. I do not want fame at all. At all. The vessel wants a simple human sofa and cuddles on it. I'm not a hugger or a cuddler, so that's out. The vessel wants to leave work as soon as possible. Let's not linger, young man. That is out. That's what old Kara would have said. But not new Kara. Not Kara on the third date. The vessel wants money. The vessel wants... Let's do money. Mentioning stable mental health is a little too much for the first date. Victor, He was expecting some incredible revelation. Blinks in surprise. I love his facial expressions. Like he just does them so well. You see the curve of his jaw right here? And like how the shadow perfectly just accentuates it. You really have a good thing going here, Victor. Nothing to be shy about. I got another heart. Oh, right, of course. That makes sense. Dude's probably rolling in money. His parents probably have like so much money. And with this, we can work with it. It says here that incubi naturally attract values, including material ones. And they always have something to offer mortals. Yeah, material. You definitely have a bunch of money. Well, to anchor the sensual aspect with the material. Honestly, my finances have been okay lately. I'm curious, where exactly did he sell his soul? I felt like I've been selling mine to my employers my whole life. For real. But somehow, it's always for $3 an hour. Preach. At the beginning of this, she was annoying. I was annoying. But like the more and more we're talking with Victor, the more I'm feeling like real and connected. What does that show? I did not really feel this way with Darren or David. So I think this is like a good step. We continue to study this villainous seduction manual, the art of verbal seduction and slippery flattery. To his surprise, Victor finds no mention of the fact that pirate compliments work on living people. We examine the first paragraph. Y'all, I imagine us like we're on the counter. Like I know it said we went and sat down somewhere, but I'd like to imagine like he has been leaning on the counter, so I lean on the counter, and we're kind of like looking at the book together. And like I'm holding one end, and he's holding the other, and like our shoulders brush, and we back away real quick because it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. And then it happens again, and we just kind of like, we let it linger. His warmth and my warmth. Sound kind of wrong. We examine the first paragraph, where words are labeled as keys to the treasure chest of the heart, and flattery is described as a powerful aphrodisiac for the ego. It's all very dramatic, but the main idea is quite simple. Say nice things. Don't say unpleasant things. Story of my life. This is definitely outdated. If I tell someone that his eyes are double gateways to the champs at LSEs, I definitely know what that means, Victor. Like I do. I just forgot how to pronounce it. I'll definitely get sprayed with pepper. Oh, I don't think so, Victor. I think you have the face and body of someone who can get away with stuff. And this good lord. When I kiss you, I tremble like a paralyzed beggar. How is that even supposed to work? No, that's too much for me. I mean, we are right here. We could practice, we're close. Like we're already touching shoulders, we're already like leaning towards each other, we're sharing this book, we're reading about like romance, we're discovering ourselves, we're connecting. Victor clears his throat. His gaze slides over me, trying to latch onto something particularly attractive about my presence. Dang, does he think I'm ugly? Or like basic? I knew I was out of his league. Oh, the blush. You have very elegant ear shape. Oh, I mean, I don't want to gloat or anything, but like they are curved in like a very good way. I was just naturally born with really smooth ears, like an ear shape. Like, what about some other features that I have, Victor? Because everything about you is nice. I like your pointy ears. Thank you, Victor. No, you. God, why me? That's God, why me is the old Kara, the old Neural, not the third date one. If I say thank you, I think that doesn't give enough signal to him that I want this to continue. No, you. And actually, I do feel the same way because his pointy ears are elegant and beautiful. Do I? I made him blush. I made him like extra blush. Oh my gosh. He's nervous because of me. Do I? Thank you. They're very nimble now. What were they before? Like, what's the opposite of nimble? Oh, like he can like move his ears? But there's no instruction for when someone compliments you back. Probably don't blush, and that's something I didn't manage. He takes a deep breath, gathering his courage for another compliment. For a while, he tries to find some foothold to latch onto, but he can't seem to find the words. I have words, Victor. You're a very multifaceted person. You combine so much. I don't know how exactly to describe it. He lets out a quiet chuckle. But I like that you're so unpredictable. A lot of stress, of course, but it's incredibly fun. Nobody has ever talked to me like this. Victor, you are stealing my heart. You also don't keep having to, like, you don't have to keep looking away, like at the ground or other places, like maintaining eye contact. That is very good. Like, let's learn that lesson right now. Let's learn it. And let's look at each other. Let's master this. Now my unpredictability is a source of stress for someone else. How wonderful. Girl, I think you're misreading that signal. Smile. That wasn't bad. Shake your head. He needs to try harder. Girl, whatever. He is doing his best. He is doing better than his best. I got another heart. I don't think I've had this many hearts from anybody else. He smiles gently in response. I like your gentle smile. Despite everything, he starts to relax. He's probably beginning to feel more comfortable around me. Yeah, I would say so, obviously. I would have never thought a monster would have to struggle with discomfort from interacting with a mortal soul, and not the other way around. Another chapter. Oh, is this gonna be about friendship? How to be a mirror. I didn't know we could change. Oh, it's a metaphor. Or was it metaphorical? I don't know. The text describes the principle of mirroring, subtly borrowing mannerisms, speech patterns, and even expressed opinions of the victim to create a sense of closeness and understanding. Why are we saying victim? I am not a victim of Victor right now. I am not. Unless you mean that in a good way. The path of least resistance to gaining mortal attachment. Oh no. What about all that stuff about just be yourself and everything will work out? My mom lied to me, didn't she? Oh, he has a good mom. She encourages him. No, she didn't lie to you, Victor. With similar interests, what do ordinary people like? Football, the weather? I'm an ordinary person. I like stuff. Definitely not anime and Dark Souls. Not him pulling I'm not like other boys. I'm not like other girls. I do love anime, and I have recently gotten into Dark Souls games. I think I have been playing a lot of Elden Ring, and I've been trying to solo Millennia. I mean, I'm kind of there already. I am, actually. Discussing the brilliant soundtrack of Silent Hill with people is a bad idea, that's for sure. I'd give it a go. I'd give it a go for you. Alright, practice. The book says that practice is the key to success. Yes, let's practice. Victor lifts his gaze to me, and I lift mine to his. Play along with me, please. Like we just met. 100%. When he gives that look, my body, leaves. Like, my soul leaves my body. and I transport into this universe, I am with Victor. I am with Victor. He does not even know. Imagine the amount of women, men, anybody who have absolutely almost passed out because of this man. He's endearing. He's so attractive. I'm sure he smells nice. He has a nice voice. And these facial expressions, a lot of people have been on the receiving end of this and have almost passed out. You have brightened people's days, Victor. You don't even know. Beautiful mortal soul. He called me beautiful? Beautiful mortal soul. I have appeared to you in half dreams so many times, but I finally decided to find you in reality. I won't let you go so easily again. That's cheesy, but it's cute. Even though the words aren't the most elegant, there's something supernatural about them. I still begin to feel a pull. Oh, pull me in. A shiver runs down my spine. Come on, you don't have to pretend to get close to someone or make friends. I'd love to talk about Silent Hill soundtrack. Give in to the feeling. Let's leave it at that. Absolutely not. Whoever picks that is on the wrong side of life. How dare you? This shouldn't even be an option. This last one should not be an option. Now, do I give in to this feeling of shiver behind my back and let him continue to practice? Or do I let him know I'm interested? Come on, you don't have to pretend to get close to make someone or make friends. Close to someone or make friends. I'd love to talk about Silent Hill soundtrack. Yeah, introduce it to me. I'm not even lying when I say I think I have gotten the most hearts from him. Not even joking. And I think that is a very good sign. Victor's carefully crafted, seductive expression shatters into pieces. Oh no, it shattered and it recombined in a different way. In a different way. His eyes widen. He blinks several times. And his gaze ignites with purple delight. Oh, who wrote these lyrics? I mean, these lines. Whoever wrote the lines in this game and whoever created Victor's character deserves the entire world and everything that's good about it. You really want to talk about Akira Yamaoka's industrial landscapes? I do, if you'll listen to me talk about literally everything that I watch. Spy Family, Naruto, and I know there's some division there, I know, but it's a classic. And I don't like Bleach. Do you like Bleach? I don't care for Bleach. I don't care for One Piece. How do you feel about this really obscure one that nobody really talks about called Skippy? Although it's not really obscure, but I'm here for I'm here for deepness. Teach me. I will learn anything you want to teach me. You could teach me about like dust. Victor could teach me about how dust manifests in my computer next to me on the inside, or the existence, and how they create an all-encompassing sense of psychological horror that reflects the protagonist's inner turmoil. IRL, I seriously love horror. I really, y'all, this is a 2D character, and I'm like, Victor already has, like, Darren is way at the bottom. He kidnapped me. He wanted me to kill somebody. He was rude. He turned me into a gnome with certain choices. David was smooth. He was nice. He was attractive. His hair was pulled back. He had a nice smirk. He was confident. And I do prefer confident because I'm an awkward person. And being with another awkward person is like, oh, it's a little uncomfortable. But they are like on lap 1 of this mile. And Victor is almost finished. Like before he even got here, he was almost finished. Because, I mean, the use of trip-hop elements in the Silent Hill 3 soundtrack is criminally underrated. Criminally! You telling me? Oh, I mean... that look. He doesn't even know. Yes, mortal, your interest in such esoteric melodies is quite intriguing. He chuckles softly. But you're right. Pretending is very exhausting. You can never truly be close to someone if you're always pretending. Though, I don't really need that, do I? I just need juicy, sweet emotions. You don't need to do anything. You can run over me. You can call me a toad that smells like a cat that vomited on the hottest day. You can literally pull my eyebrows out one by one, my hair one by one. Victor, you have me. You have everybody. We could just stare into each other's eyes right now. Well, who am I kidding? I'm the most pathetic incubus in the world. I need more than just that. No, you don't. I'm trying to build you up. Listen to me. Listen to me, Victor. You're probably the most attractive of all of them. I'm sure you have a line of women drooling after you. I'm number one. But your entire life you have no doubt 100%. Victor. You gotta build up that confidence. Somebody hurt him. It wasn't his mom because his mom seems to have encouraged him. We don't know about the dad yet. Dad hasn't been mentioned. He could have left to get milk and cookies and never came back because he brought it to his other incubus family. Right? Somebody was jealous of Victor and how freaking attractive and lovable he is, and they bullied him. 100%. Somebody burned my boy. My man. He's flipping through the treatise a bit longer before letting out a sigh. His stomach growls again. It seems he could use an emotional snack. I think we've covered all the important stuff. Sorry for the ambulance. I think we've covered all the important stuff. I suppose it's time to wrap things up. He starts to rise from the floor. Wait! How did it happen that no explanation... Wait, what? Oh, these are two options. Wait! How did it happen that no one explained anything to you? Even I had a briefing. A 2-minute one. Ask nothing. Oh, we have to ask. We gotta keep this going. I'll tell you, but promise you won't laugh? I won't. I promise. Relief washes over his face. Seriously, the amount of hearts I'm getting is insane. Yes, wonderful. I accidentally sold my soul on the dark net. I don't judge you because 100% if I knew how to navigate the dark net, I would have accidentally sold my soul without even realizing it. So I am with you. I might accidentally do it in the future. He holds a dramatic pause. Go on. Crap! What an idiot I was. I dropped out of college back then because of constant stress, moved into a tiny dump, and barely left my apartment. I was scraping by with some freelance work. Oh, what were you doing? Sometimes I chatted with various anonymous folks from 4chan. People without names, gender, or age. And then I stumbled upon a stupid ad. What did I have to lose? Definitely not a demon 7566 in the chat offered me a chance to escape loneliness. Later, after I turned to this creature, he told me he did it for laughs. He's the one who burned my man. And I want to go on 4chan or the dark web, wherever he said the dark web. I want to find him and I want to kill him. He left no instructions, just wrote, "Get good" in the chat. Deleted all his contacts. Dang. He was curious to see if I could handle it. His chance to escape loneliness turned out to be putting me in an incredibly deadly situation. He lifts his eyes to me. I lift my eyes to him. This memory is a fresh wound for him. Before I can even respond, he jumps up from the floor. But I've already wasted enough of your time. No, you haven't. You have not wasted enough of my time. We have a lot more time to waste. Like I said, I get off in like 4 hours now. This has been a good hour of us talking. You don't even have to put a tip in the jar. I don't even need a tip from you. Oh, leaning on the counter. He walks his way to the counter. Well, to be honest, I didn't really understand much. Those chapters are so strange. He lets out a quiet chuckle. But you know what? It was great. I haven't had that much fun in a while. I think I even ate properly. Finally, positive energy, I mean. Thanks for the lunch. I'm not sure if I need to pay for that too, but I'll leave some money just in case. And he's leaving me money. His tail twitches awkwardly. So cute. I haven't really interacted with people since college killed my will to live. Honestly, I was so depressed in college. The thoughts were hard. I am with you. We are connected, like almost by mind. It felt strange not to feel like such an idiot around someone. Thank you very much. Okay, are you gonna pull a shrew on me? He tosses some money into the jar, then takes a deep breath and adds, maybe someday we could, well, hang out together. Not as a lesson, just play some silly games, like friends. Yeah, we can start as friends, but this is headed somewhere else, David. Victor, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Victor. Oh, I could kill myself. I am so sorry I accidentally called you David. I know who you are, Victor. I do. I should punish myself. Why not as friends? We could make it a date. Okay, buddy, I'll think about it. I'm able to make a schmoove right now. Make a move. We could make it a date. I wouldn't be wiggling my eyebrows, but does he not want to date me? A date? His tail starts wagging wildly, knocking over 3 bags of chips, a can of soda, and a bottle of Gloomy D. I'm in. Of course, I'm ready. I'm ready too, bud. I'm ready for anything. He struggles to rein in the flow of enthusiasm and takes a frantic breath. See you then. Goodbye. Bye, Kara. Good luck with your shift. It was nice to meet you. I found the love of my life. I have found the love of my life. In stream and IRL. The gas station returned to silence, broken only by the hum of refrigerators and my own too loud thoughts. So, a crazy god, a vampire thug, and a shy incubus walk into a gas station. Sounds like the start of a really bad joke. My life is now a joke. Girl was always a joke. Our life was always a joke. Just great. I wanted to pay my bills. I didn't sign up for this interdimensional quarrels and therapy session for the undead. But on the other hand, I wasn't eaten, and I wasn't turned into a piece of furniture. By the standards of tonight, that's a resounding success. I cautiously glanced at the door to Bob's office. There was a low, guttural humming, like a giant, disgruntled computer tower was working inside. The clock on the wall indicated it was the end of my shift. Bob, I got a good amount of tips. I really did. With a heavy sigh of relief, I began to close up the place. Finally, I walked out the front door, inserting the key into the lock, and I was about to turn it when suddenly, organism. I jumped in place, nearly dropping everything. What do you have? What do you have to drop? Acceptable organism. You have shown potential. However, potential without full realization is nothing but cosmic dust on my appendages. Try harder, and maybe one day you'll earn the right to behold the manager's restroom. Oh, I forgot about that. Safe journey to your human refuge. Hey, Bob. I wasn't killed. He's okay with me. I like this. What a relief. He vanished as suddenly as he appeared, leaving nothing but ringing silence behind. I stood for a few seconds, processing what I'd heard. Then I slowly turned the key in the lock. Click. First shift completed. I survived. And now I can do anything, which means call David, call Victor, return to the store to Bob, a romantic evening awaits you, or return home. I am not returning home. I'm not returning to Bob. Bob has nothing on any of these guys, actually, except the money factor. I think it's so interesting that calling Darren isn't an option, maybe because he banished me from the shadow realm that he was in. I'm sorry, David, we had a very good date. You had really nice hands, but Victor just he overshadows you to the nth degree. Victor promises to come faster than the wind. True to his word, when his car pulls into the parking lot, he nearly knocks over a trash bin. My bad. It's an old-fashioned, well-maintained car. Of course he would maintain his car well. Clearly inherited from his grandfather. I'm telling you, he's rich. I'm telling you, he does not know the amount of money he has. Inside, it's warm and smells nice. It smells like Victor. I bet he smells like pine cones and a hint of blood. His apartment is exactly as I imagined. A bit cluttered, but cozy. Oh, we're going straight to the apartment. We're not even gonna stop to get food or anything. No milkshake, no dessert. Okay. That's what I look like? Well, I guess she was in the image. It looks like that's my tail. That would totally... Why is the gnome here? And soon, I get humiliated by the first boss. He looks so good in a white tee and some jeans. Or sweatpants. Look at the collarbones. I bet he sees great in the dark, though, with his eyes. Victor sitting next to me laughs. It's not that you're bad at this, as you say. It's just that I'm a nerd with a whole lot of free time. His fingers glide effortlessly over the buttons. I felt at ease for the first time in a long while. No fear, no tension, just two people playing video games. What are y'all playing? Rest my head on his shoulder, lean back, and watch him play. Okay. I love watching people play games. And especially if they're really good. And it's so fun. And I bet he's soloing Melania for the trillionth time right now. With a different build, with the trillionth build. And I really do want to lean back and watch him play. I think it might be a little too early to rest my head on his shoulder. So I'm hoping, if I go with my gut, which is to lean back and watch him play, that we can still progress. We can still progress this. Lean back and watch him play. Can I go back? If I no, not just a friend. No. If I go back, is that gonna go back the entire time? Quick save. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to rest my head on his shoulders because I need this to go, and we're past friends. He blushes. He has the neon pink blush too. He freezes for a second. Then a blush appears on his violet cheeks. He coughs awkwardly, but doesn't pull away. Instead, he gently leans his head towards mine. I'm dying. I am absolutely dying. I'm melting into a puddle of I don't even know. I'm melting into a puddle. Kara, you've made me so happy in just one evening, and I'll do everything I can to make you happy. He's perfect. I close my eyes, listening to the quiet clicking of buttons. An incubus partner. My partner is an incubus, and he's better at Souls-like games than I am now. And ever. Something very interesting is definitely happening with my life. Aww. That was fun. It is so funny that Darren was not even an option. That was so fun. I wish there was like a part 2 where we could interact with like whoever we dated. So like Victor and I could like, you know, like actually go on a date. Like a real date. Oh, I wish it didn't end there. That was so fun though.